It is very important that we know there are certain defending tactics we can use in different positions. For example, a defending tactic or defensive resource is when we are in trouble and we use the features of a certain piece or certain pieces in order to complicate our opponent's tasks. For example, the situation which we have right now, we see that white has advanced very far with his pawn, and he has the queen ready to move and support that pawn and the possibilities to promote. This is quite challenging, actually, because with the ability of pushing the pawn and getting the queen across, white can have some very important tactical possibilities. So let's just ask ourselves the question, number one, is there anything we can do to stop that pawn? Number two, what are the weaknesses? You see, so we have to answer these two questions. When we have a difficult position and we don't want to use a tactical approach to save it, these two questions must be answered. So number one, what can I do to prevent the immediate damage or trouble we are in? And then second, what are the weaknesses we can exploit of our opponent? Because, you shouldn't only think about a defense. Sometimes even the counterattack works. So naturally, the only way to stop that pawn is with queen d4. So we do this move. White gives a check. Then we follow up with king g7. And he does pawn to d7 with the chance to promote a queen. Now this is a real difficult shot, because if he's able to promote the queen, we lose. And giving a check from d5 is only sort of going to help white's king to run, so it doesn't look like much. So really the question is, does black have any chance to save this game, or he's just losing? Now here we have this beautiful, very, very beautiful move of queen d2 check. It's a simple one. This one is simple. But the next one is excellent. It's about queen d3. And now you see that being able to stop the pawn and hold it off, it took a few of white's extra moves to promote. And that gives us a chance to now enter the counterattack. So we use two features for the defense. Stabilize, we prevent his threat, at least for a moment, and then the counterattack. The queen is now going for f1. That is very bad. And so, in case white goes back with his king, we have queen d2, king h3, queen d3. And we're really in condition to force certain checkmate against the white king. So if white actually goes with the move king g2, we're going to just force a perpetual, which was our goal from the very beginning. If he actually tries something different and plays maybe a move like d8 queen, we got queen f1 check, king h4, g5 check, queen takes g5, h takes g5, and now, in fact, obviously he cannot take with the king because he'll get checkmated, and he'll get checkmated anyway if he plays on h5 too, because we got queen f6. It's a little quiet move that is helping us to trap the king and give a checkmate. Very beautiful example of how we can use the defense by stabilizing and then counterattacking at the same time next. Very interesting solution.